The Border Patrol got started in 1924.
Horses have been part of our legacy since the very beginning.
You want to get in, have a gun and a horse. That's what they required. That was it. So it's, for a lot of us, it's that notoriety of I'm part of tradition.
Sense of honor and pride.
Ride every day, it doesn't get any better than that.
And this is something that I really like to do.
This is the best thing ever as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, I get paid to come ride a horse, so I don't really work. I come to ride.
I mean, look at this place. I mean, do this every day. It's awesome.
And when you join the Border Patrol, you become part of that family, part of that legacy.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But there's a lot of work.
The Border Patrol mission is to protect America.
Both the southern border and the northern border.
To ensure that terrorists and terrorist weapons don't get into our country, to uphold the laws of our nation, to protect people against harm.
This is a country of rules, a country of laws.
You've got to look at things like not on my watch. Today, I own this little piece of ground. It's mine, and no one crosses. I'm defending the country today.
This pin here, it's not given, it's earned. We have a very intense selection process.
And a lot of guys decide right away, like day one, day two, that this isn't for them.
So I think without living in the border region, it's difficult to understand the complexities that exist down here.
We have a job to do. We have to protect our country and do what we need to do, and we have to identify who's coming into our country, into our backyards.
The people that we're dealing with, these criminals, they're not just your regular riffraff. They're not putting graffiti on the side of buildings. They're not going to stay where they cross. So this is not Douglas's problem. This is not Nogales' problem. This is not El Paso's problem. This is New Jersey's problem. This is Houston's problem. This is all of America's problem.
The criminal element, the illicit network, uses very low-tech apparatus to be able to constantly try to exploit the border.
They crawl on their hands and knees, and they also use, we call them booties.
Just practically just carpet wrapped around their shoes, and it won't leave much sign.
Going back south, one booty, it looks pretty good.
So we were using those legacy skill sets like sign cutting and using the horse as a means of travel, but at the same time, we're using things like ground-based radar, cutting-edge technology. So it's a unique marriage between new and old, and so we can't forget our past into the future.
Not only are you using something we started with at the beginning, but you're using something that is extremely effective in our rural, remote areas.
And where conventional means of transportation and other law enforcement techniques just don't work.
There's not a lot of roads that go through here.
You're in the middle of nowhere. There is nothing, there's no help.
We have all this open area that we have to have covered.
Just huge areas of expanse.
As you can see, we just got mountains,
cliffs, steep canyons, I mean, you name it.
Forest Service, environmentally sensitive areas.
That's where Horse Patrol becomes the most effective. Those real remote areas and getting there quick.
Speed is crucial.
We're able to just deploy kind of wherever and get to those areas really quick. Quicker than a guy's going to be able to do that on foot.
Easy. Don't want to hurt your feet, little one.
There's a ton of dangers out there, not only the bad guys, but just the natural elements, right? So there's shifting rocks, there's different kinds of terrain challenges, going up steep hills, steep embankments, coming down steep hills. There's a lot of things to get snagged up on, things to cut you, pull on you. Whether it's a cactus out there, those spines, they're as big as toothpicks.
Good eye, buddy. Watch that barrel cactus, kid.
So your horse is looking, you're looking.
And so you learn to trust the instincts of the horse too. When those ears move like radar, your Horse Patrol agent's paying attention to that.
Good boy. Yeah, you're being a good boy.
I think it's important for the average American who maybe doesn't live on the border to understand the mission and what it is that we do out here.
This is about saving lives.
A lot of agents out here are really out to try to help these people, to try to get them to safety.
And you have to look at every single alien as a person, not as a number. And that's an amazing responsibility.
Many of the people that are coming through, the smuggling organizations really exploit them. People die all the time. I've seen it. Well, they make it sound simple down in Mexico, and it's not. I've caught so many people in the Southwest Desert here in Tucson, and they're like, man, how close was I to Phoenix? They just told me it was just over that ridge. And we're like, you're weeks away from walking to that distance. And they get severely dehydrated. They don't carry enough water. And they die. We get reports of missing people all the time out in the desert. And they will go back and try to get into those areas for rescue.
We actually try. We try to get to these people, to help these people.
We got to see if they need medical aid. We don't know how long they were in the brush. We don't know how long they went without water, food. We got to make sure they don't have any medical issues got to be taken care of.
Try to make a difference, to try to save some of these people from potential death.
We're not just out here patrolling the border, we live in the community.
It means a lot to us to be defending that little piece of ground out here.
I'm a proud American citizen, I'm a father, and I'm proud of the United States Border Patrol.
At the end of the day, we're human also. We're human. We have families, we're fathers.
We're your local soccer coach. A lot of our horses, they're named by the school children in our community.
Good boy. Yeah, you're being a good boy.
We care about people, truly. We care about our own. It's important to us to take care of our agents and to make sure that they're doing good and have a camaraderie built. We care about the people coming across. Yes, it is our job to make the apprehensions and to educate them onto possibly how to do it legally, how to stay out of the danger of the smugglers. You know what, we're people. We're just like everybody else. We come out here to do a job, but we're people. Everybody just wants to go home at the end of the day and be home with our families as well.